versions of contrastive analysis, or in other words, how can we analyze languages in order to find the similarities and differences, and what are the steps to do. Second, we will touch upon the concept of phonetics and contrastive phonetics in order to know, in particular, phonetics, what should we do? That's it. Right. Now, can you lend me your attention now? There are 3 different versions of contrastive analysis, and the reason why we have these 3 different versions is in the strength of contrastive analysis to predict problems that a learner might encounter when they learn the new language. So for the strong version was at the very beginning of contrastive analysis, in which linguists and teachers already believe that just by comparing 2 languages, we can save the time of teaching the students. We already know what they will face as the problem and what will be something that's easy for them. However, over history and through a lot of testing and a lot of research, they found out that no, contrastive analysis cannot predict all cases. We still find issues in which, like students with similarities, they still struggle. So this leads to the weak version. Now, the focus of the weak version is on looking at the errors. Now, in order to understand the 2 differences here, now the strong version here means, okay, I will write the curriculum. I will write the curriculum. I cut off all the similarities. I only focus on the differences. I teach you, and you will be fluent in the new language. For the weak version, they say that, no, don't do that. If you do that, students still lack a lot of important understanding of the new system. So the second version, the weak version, they say, instead of designing everything based on the comparison, you have to focus on the performance of the students. If they make mistakes in any places, you invest more time teaching them. If they don't make mistakes, you cut off the time there. That's the meaning of the second version. And the third one, moderate version, is the combination of the 2. Now, am I making myself clear about the strong and the weak? Cho nên lúc đầu là vẫn còn mông lung, sau khi làm thì hy vọng là sẽ đỡ hơn. Okay? Now we're going to work on the first version, which is the strong version. Now, whenever we talk about strong version of contrastive analysis, we are talking about predicting errors. The ability to predict even when the students haven't learned it yet. And the key things here lies in this hierarchy of difficulties. Now, pay attention to this one. The hierarchy of difficulties was created by Prater in 2067, and with the idea that when we put 2 languages in parallel with each other, we can identify where the students will encounter most difficulties and where they will come across things easily. So we have the level, just like A1, A2, and B1, B2, something like that, the same. Number 1 is the easiest. Number 2 is less easy. And of course, number 6 is going to be the most challenging. And how do they differentiate it? Transfer, number 1. That is when we have the exact similarities between 2 languages. So for example, the exact difference is just like, for example, SVO. Subject, verb, object. The structure in English is exactly the same as in Vietnamese. So it is easy for a Vietnamese learner learning English to make a sentence with SVO structure, right? But it is going to be very difficult. We talked about it. Now think about it. SVO. And last time we talked about the example of Japanese, in which we had the what was the first? The subject? Oh, no, the Japanese one. Object and then verb and then S, right? And subject. Yes. So that leads to the fact that that kind of structure in Japanese is totally new to a Vietnamese learner. This is why it will go down here. Wait, split. 2 items covering 1. No. This is, yeah, over differentiation, unite the reinterpretation, accent, different application. Yeah, I think it should be fine here. Over differentiation, in which we have new item. This is something new to learn. So when a Vietnamese learners learning Japanese, that structure will become the new item for them to learn. That is why it is going to be at level 5 of difficulty. Okay? Now, go on. So for the second one, coalescence. 1 item covering 2 in L1. That means, now, the second level would be when you learn something and that something already exists in your own language. And even your own language, we have like more meanings to it, but in the new language, you only have 1. So for example, we have the word, kind of difficult. Say again. Auto. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Oh. Nhưng mà chữ auto đấy là nó lại là mình từ mượn là borrow rồi dịch cũng được nhỉ? Cũng được. Nhưng mà thực ra cái chữ auto đấy hoàn toàn là cũng có thể equivalent, bởi vì nó cũng bắt nguồn từ cái automatic mà. Thế thì nó cũng có nghĩa, tức là nếu tôi đổi ngược lại là ví dụ người Anh họ học tiếng Việt à? Như thế nào? Oh yeah, exactly, kind of like that. Ví dụ đúng rồi, có một ví dụ rất hay. Sau đây tôi sẽ cho các bạn lấy ví dụ nhá. Bây giờ để ví dụ cả lớp đã. Coalescence này có thể là ví dụ nhỏ từ aunt hoặc từ uncle chẳng hạn. Aunt và uncle thì ở trong tiếng Anh thì nó chỉ là một từ thôi đúng không? Nhưng mà tiếng Việt thì mình có thể là cô dì thím, cô dì chú bác, thậm chí cũng có thể bác có thể là nữ nữa, đúng không? Thế nên là mình có rất nhiều item đấy, rất nhiều language item để chỉ cùng một đối tượng, nhưng với tiếng Anh nó chỉ có một từ thôi. Như thế là khi mà mình học sang tiếng Anh ấy thì nó rất là dễ, bởi vì mình chỉ học mỗi một từ và mình đã hiểu tất cả những thứ bao hàm với nó. Nhưng ngược lại, nếu người Anh học tiếng Việt thì họ sẽ học cái gì nhỉ? Đúng rồi ạ, nó sẽ chính là cái này. Không phải new item, nó sẽ chính là cái split này cơ. Nó chính là cái 6 này. Tức là họ chỉ có một từ in representing cái người đó. Thế nhưng mà đến khi học tiếng Việt thì họ nào học người này phải là gì, chứ không phải là bác, hay là chú chứ không phải là bác chẳng hạn như thế. Nó rất là dễ dối, nó sẽ là cái khó nhất đối với cả người Anh học tiếng Việt. Is that clear? Clear to you? Được chưa? Now, in order to make everything clearer, without you listening to me too much, it is time for you to do exercise. So, what I want you to do is just to give example. Work in pairs and look at task 2 in Google Classroom. Wait.